is your name and what are you doing?
My name is Joel Sartori. I'm a photographer and fellow of National Geographic Society and founder of the Photo Ark. The Photo Ark is my 30-year effort to document every species in captivity around the world to get the public to care about the extinction crisis. We do photos and video of animals rare or common, big or small, on black and white backgrounds using studio lighting. The studio lighting brings out true color, and the black and white backgrounds are a great equalizer. The mouse is every bit as big in these images as an elephant. So we give them all an equal say, trying to get people to care about them. It's only when people know about these animals, what causes their demise, that we'll see real inspiration and action to save the world species.
What's important to Tennessee? Why are you in the Duck River region?
Duck River is the most biodiverse temperate river system in the world. They were never glaciated, so they have tons of different species, all sorts of different types of fish, crayfish, mussels, snails, all these aquatic invertebrates that are incredible. So I'm here to document these guys for a few days with TVA and just show the world what a great river system looks like in terms of its aquatic fauna.
How does the diversity in Tennessee's waterways compare to what you've seen elsewhere in the world?
Just one river system here in the southeast, if it's a good one like the Duck River where we're working, has more species in it than many western states combined. It's because they've had a stable climate here with plentiful water and reasonable temperatures over the years, and they were never glaciated. So it allowed these species to evolve into different niches and different body forms and take advantage of different ecological niches. So you'll see literally more than 100 species of stream fish just here in this area. That's a very big deal, and it's why I'm here for the Photo Ark.
What do you want people to know about the wildlife in this region?
Really, the goal of the Photo Ark is to try to get people to care about something other than who won the ball game and what's going on in politics, how much the price is of gasoline. It's just to get people to think about nature and our role in it. We're very dependent on clean water. So are these species. I mean, if the water's too filthy for these species to survive here, how are people going to live? That's a big deal, to get people to realize that as these other species go away, so could we. And that's what the Photo Ark is all about, is just lifting up good people doing good things to help keep nature running and pointing out problems where we could do better.
Earth Day is coming up. Well, this is actually going to air on Earth Day. So what do you want people, what's the message you have for people in Tennessee on Earth Day as we mark Earth Day?
My message for people in Tennessee is quit pouring poison on your lawn. You know, that's a great start. Keep cattle out of delicate streams because they muddy everything up and kill off all the fish and mussels that need clean streams to breed in. But really pouring chemicals all over your yard to kill bugs and to kill weeds, that's really harmful. It all ends up in our rivers and waterways. People end up drinking that. Little kids end up drinking that stuff. So if we could get people to just quit putting anything on their lawns, that'd be a huge first step. Watch plastics. Watch how you treat your garbage. Make sure garbage is thrown away in proper ways. Eat less meat. Insulate your home well. Try to keep it so that your carbon footprint isn't so huge. If you're living in an uninsulated house anyway in the South, it's a problem because it's very hot here in the summer and you're wasting money. We insulated our house. It was an old historic house. Our insulation paid for itself in under 6 months. That was 24 years ago. We've been making money on it ever since. So being a little green, taking care of things, puts money in the bank for you. It's a good thing.
Photo Ark will be successful if?
Well, Photo Ark will be successful if people pay attention to it. If nobody cares and we just want to fight with each other over politics or who won the ball game, I don't know, we all go down with the ship, I guess, and I'm part of that. But Photo Ark will really be successful if we start paying attention to the world around us and be kinder to these other species and these habitats. Leave some trees standing. Don't overfish everything. You know, all these things, people know how to do it and what to do. And also being kinder to each other would be a big deal too. Though that'd be a little bit of a stretch for the Photo Ark. I think when we stop and consider that we're part of a bigger thing, that we're all part of a global ecosystem or one planet where we really do need clean air, clean water, a stable climate, when we all need those same basic things to survive. I just hope we wise up in time.
This morning you said that the goal of your photo, put these photos to work, get them out there. So when people in this region see photos that you've taken of species that live right here in their backyard, what does that mean to put those photos to work here?
You know, in the case of the pictures we're getting here along the Duck River of these species, you know, putting these photos to work is really to show the world, not just people in Tennessee, but the world, the amazing diversity here, the beautiful colors, and how charming and lovely and elegant, and just everything about these species speaks to how well they've managed to go through time and come out looking the way they do. They're fascinating. They're every bit as good as a tiger or a gorilla. You know, they're just great, and in many ways more interesting in terms of their life cycles and their habits. People will never even meet them if it weren't for people like TVA and U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service working hard to save them. And PhotoArk hopefully bridges that gap, and we serve as an introductory service between all these species that are just wondrous, that are right here in Tennessee, and the world. And, you know, hopefully people will see these and they'll start to care about how they treat the land, how they treat water, whether or not we keep forests intact and prairies intact and marshes intact is a big deal. And it helps keep all of us safe and secure going forward in terms of food stability, our climate. It's a lot of big concepts, but it could start with one little crayfish or one snail or one beautiful little darter from the Duck River. It all starts there. At least that's my opinion.
You're, as a photojournalist, going out and capturing these images, how important is the work and your partnership with TWRA biologists and TVA biologists in this region? I mean, how does your work happen if these biologists aren't around?
Well, in terms of the partnership with TWRA, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, TVA, this just wouldn't happen without them. There's no way. I mean, I'm a photographer, I'm not a biologist. And so without these folks doing really good work and knowing where these species are so that we can get good images and video of them, game over. We wouldn't be doing this. So the PhotoArk's entirely dependent on people that know what they're doing to bring these pictures to life and bring the species out and show them to the world.
Compared to other places in the world, how's the beauty of this region rank?
You know, it sounds kind of simple, but I always, you know, kind of judge a place by how quiet it is and how the air smells. And it's very peaceful here near the Duck River, near Pleasantville, Tennessee. And the air smells good at night, you know, and you can hear birds and frogs and insects going, and it's just very calming and lovely. It's one of the most beautiful spots I've been to, and very remote, which is where you need to be anymore. If you're a small little stream fish, you need to be in a remote place where people haven't trashed the rivers too much. So that's where we are. Tennessee's got lots of those places yet, but they could all vanish if we don't start paying attention.
As there's more talk about climate change, and we're essentially on the clock, what's your hope for humanity?
Well,
turn things around.
Well, I thought the pandemic would make people kinder to each other, but it seems to have done the opposite, sadly. My hope is that people will wake up and realize that we are on the clock is ticking. Every year things get degraded a little bit worse, but there's a lot worth saving. There's tons worth saving. I mean, we have most of the original species that were here when we settled the European continent. We have most of the species that were here when Europeans came to North America. So there's a ton worth fighting for. But we just have to stop, quit fighting with each other, and start paying attention to how we treat natural resources. And water is the lifeblood of that. So really, that's why I'm here, is to try to use these species as a way of getting people into the tent of conservation and making sure they understand that as these species go away, so could we. So we better be careful.
Fine.
Okay.
Last question. You once told me...
Stay away from the novel.
Yeah. It wasn't your job to tell people what to think.
I want them to think.
Right.
Okay.
So talk about it.
All right. Yeah, so it's not really my job in the end to tell people what to think, but it is to get them to think. I mean, if we want to throw away all these amazing species, just lose them because we want to put in one more development or poison the streams or run cattle through everything till the ground's so beaten down there's not a blade of grass standing. I can't stop anybody. My job is just as a messenger. I'm saying, hey, look, these animals and these ecosystems, these woods, these streams are world class and amazing. Nobody else has got them. Not really. Nobody else has got this. Why not save it? Why not protect it? It means a lot to everybody in Tennessee, I'm sure, or most people. Save it, will you? It's really a big deal. It really is. I suppose if you grow up around something, you don't think about it that way. But as a guy who's seen a lot of the world, it's not so good out there. It's very good here still. Please keep it that way.
Talk about specifically about eye contact with the subject and why that matters.
Eye contact's critical for these portraits. Some species don't have eyes, like sponges and anemones, but for the animals that do have eyes, they connect with us deeply because we're primates, and that's how we see the world, and we really look each other in the eye to determine what's going on. And a lot of animals do too. So we find when there's good, strong eye contact, that makes the picture better, and it involves people and engages people better. We can actually read people's minds a little bit now too, thanks to social media. We can see what people like, what they click on, what they hang on, what they forward to their friends and family. So this is a really great time to be in conservation because we can literally see what's working and what isn't.
If there's one takeaway you would want the people of Middle Tennessee to take away from your work and what this year, what would that be?
I guess my takeaway to Tennesseans would be you've got a world-class resource here in your fresh water, like no place else on earth. You really ought to guard that. Don't let developers, big chemical companies, whatever it is, just don't let them trash your waterways. I mean, I've come in from, and lots of people come in just to see the amazing biodiversity here. It's like there's so few places left on the planet like this, and freshwater species especially are in trouble around the world. So just do what you can to protect it, please. It's a big deal.
When did you start Photo Arc and how long will it go on?
Started Photo Arc when I was 42, about 15 and a half years ago, and I'll go till I'm dead, which is, you know, tick, tick, tick. I'm 60 almost, so I'll go till I can't do it anymore. We're nearing the 13,000 species mark. We'll be there by the end of the year, and the world has probably between 20 and 25,000 species in human care, and we'll try to get every one of them. Every one of them. Makes me tired just thinking about it.
As a journalist, what is your job, purpose in life?
My purpose is to make Wes happy.
That's great.
Is that pretty good? You can use that on your website. You're bona fide.